Can't even imagine that. But there are no automobiles. Only one person in 8 had a horse. Okay? Motorcycles didn't exist. Yes, there were bicycles. Okay? Backbreakers and what's the high wheel job called? I can't remember either. But anyway, there were some modes of transportation other than walking, but very few. Okay? Along comes the streetcar in the late 1890s. And they got streetcars, even at that time, went 20 miles an hour. Instead of the 2 that you drive, you walk, or the 6 that the horse walks. Wow! I can go big places now. But nobody was living out in the country. Everybody's living in the city. Except the farmers, they're out in the country. Okay? And this property here was essentially dairy farms. You think there were trees here back then? No way.
Do they run?
Okay?
Right.
So nobody, again, on Sunday, the stores are closed, the blue laws are in effect. So you can't go shopping. You're not working, right? After you go to church, you're not walking anywhere either. And the schools are closed. Okay, this also applies to Saturday afternoon, except the stores are open. So nobody's riding the streetcar. You can't make any money that way. You need every passenger fare you can get. Okay? So they got the bright idea, somebody did, if I make a destination outside the city, the only way you can get there is on the streetcar. Oh, I'll build the line outside the city limits a couple of miles. All right? And the only way you can get there is on the streetcar. It's outside the city limits, I can get an extra fare. So instead of a nickel in the town, in the city, it's 10 cents. Okay? It's twice as far away from the city. Okay? And build a recreation ground where you can go on Sunday afternoon and recreate yourself. Fresh air instead of in the city. Smoke, horses in the street, all of that. Okay? Cities were not clean back then. Okay? So, recreation. Well, you can do just so many picnics in a park like this, okay? So they build a gazebo and get the local orchestra to come out and play Sunday afternoon for some entertainment. Entertainment? If I bring out a merry-go-round, I can power it with the electric watt power and one of the spare motors from under the car. And if you go to an old-fashioned amusement park, you will find an operator controls it with a box just like that. Okay? He doesn't use the 600 volts anymore, but it's a box like that that controls the merry-go-round. Okay? Well, if I can do a merry-go-round, I can do a Ferris wheel. It's the same thing, just vertical. Okay? And I can power the lift on the roller coaster. So, yeah, this is the start. Now, go back to my first statements. I brought the power with me. I can put electric lights around my park, and I have electric city, because at the early days, the cities didn't have electricity except those places immediately adjacent to the power station. Okay? You didn't have it in your house, you were still using gas light. All right? So this is our version of that very early park.
Yes.
In the heyday of the streetcar, before the interstate system, and everybody owns an automobile, before all that, parks were a major industry that was added to the streetcar company. The streetcar company was a private enterprise, and he made a lot more money from the park than he did from most of the fares.
Wow.
Think about it. He got your 2 fares to get out to the park. You paid another equivalent fare to get in the park. You paid an equivalent fare on the merry-go-round. And you had a hot dog and an ice cream.
An expensive day out.
And other entertainments, each one another equivalent early fare. Okay? And then you got 2 fares for taking you back into the city. Okay? So you can see it had a big impact. There were over 1,200 trolley parks in the country in the heyday of the streetcar.
How many are left?
And so
Riverside?
what years
Gotta be late.
was that?
We're talking about the years from about 1900
Lakes website.
to the 1950s. Think of President Eisenhower, the one who introduced the interstate system.
The highways,
But
right?
at the end of World War I, the automobile industry exploded, and everybody was buying a car.
Yeah.
Okay, so between the two, that's what did in the streetcar companies, and now they are all municipally owned, not privately owned. Okay.
So where